Hello crafty friends, welcome to another Mojo May episode. Today, as usual, we're going to make a card, but I've also got a little challenge for you. And that challenge is to work out your secret sauce recipe. The card making recipe that is pretty much 100% guaranteed to give you a successful outcome, something you're happy with. My personal secret sauce recipe involves 4 stages: smushing, stamping, stenciling and spattering. I know that if I use that particular recipe of techniques, I can pretty much guarantee that I'm going to end up with something I like, something that inspires me to put it on a card. If you haven't already got a secret sauce recipe, this challenge should help you find your own. I've got a few instructions here. You can download this from the link in the video description. First of all, it says gather your paper scraps. So I've selected some mixed media paper scraps here. You can use whatever paper scraps you like. Then it says select 4 techniques and apply them one after the other to just one scrap. So take a scrap of paper, pick 4, doesn't have to be 4, it could be 3, it could be 5 techniques from this and apply them one after the other on your scrap and see if you like it. I've put a list of techniques here that you can try and some spaces for any techniques that aren't on the list that you want to try. Once you've done one scrap, it says repeat step 2 with a different scrap and combination of techniques until you find your favourite recipe. Then write your recipe below. So you can write it there, the 4, 5 steps, however many you want, that will give you a really nice piece of mixed media that you can use in your card making. Right, so I'll show you my secret sauce recipe, my recipe for success. I've got my smusher, I've got some stamps, I've got a stencil and I've got some metallic paints to spatter with. I've got some distress oxide. So these things will be different every time. Different colours, different paints, different stamps, different stencils. But as I said, I can pretty much guarantee that I'm going to get a good result. So we're going to start with the smushing and pick up saltwater taffy and smush it on this first scrap. And then I'm going to smush on some abandoned coral. Before I do anything else though, I'm going to mop up this in my mop up book. If you want to know about mop up books, check out the previous video in this series. And now I'm going to dry it with my hairdryer. Now I'm going to do some stamping. I don't always do my recipe in the same order. I might stamp before I smush, or I might stencil before I stamp. For this piece I'm going to stamp with abandoned coral. I could bring in another colour. I could do some heat embossing. Maybe add some metallic or some white that way. I'm just going to add some distress oxide. I'm not looking for a perfect impression. And this time I'm going to do a 2nd generation stamp, so it's a bit lighter. It's just adding some visual texture. I'm going to bring in a 2nd stamp. This stamp set I picked up at a charity shop, so I'm not sure what the make is. Now I've got my stencil. That's the next step in my recipe, and I'm going to put some pumice stone distress oxide on it. This is a very pale warm grey. Just add a little bit of something there. It may actually pick up some of the colour that's already there, and that's fine. And now for my 4th step, and that is spattering. I've got a lovely copper colour here. I'm just going to pick this up and spatter this on. So I'm really happy with this. That would make a nice whole panel for a card. I could cut it down into little bits using some dies. Now I can write my secret sauce recipe, which is smush, stamp, stencil and spatter. But I could now, if I wanted, go off and try some different things. Instead of smushing, I could do brayering, stamping, stenciling and spattering, see what that looks like. I could do some scrawling, and by that I mean like doodling in the background. Use a spray instead of a spatter. Could try spreading some paint on rather than smushing. Could add some faux stitching or even real stitching if I wanted. So have a play, get some white scraps, try various combinations of all the techniques that you enjoy and see which one will give you a secret sauce recipe, a recipe for success. So what I'm going to do with this is cut some rectangular postage stamps out. I should be able to get maybe 8 out of there, I think. Right, I've got 8 postage stamps and I'm going to glue some to the front of this card. Maybe just 3, I think. Over to the left hand side a bit so we leave some empty space there. Now a couple more, one either side. Got my postage stamps down and I've die cut a piece of foliage that is going to stretch across my 3 postage stamps. I've die cut it from rose gold foil paper and from white card, and I'm putting the rose gold on top of the white so the white acts as a bit of a drop shadow, and now that can sit on there like that, and I think that works really nicely. On my sentiment, I've chosen this Thanks die cut. I made this with my digital cutting machine, so it hasn't got the nice bevel edge of a die cut, but I can just run this embossing tool around it to smooth out those edges. And I'm going to pop it there because there's a nice nook in between 2 leaves and it's roughly in the middle of the card as well. I will put a couple of bits of card underneath that end though to keep it level. I want to add a few rose gold dots. I'm going to run this scrap through my die cutting machine with my tiny dot die. Now I'll just add a few tiny little dots of glue onto my card and pick up my little rose gold dots and pop them on top. I'll just mop up any excess glue with a bit of paper towel. So I've used my secret sauce recipe, smushing, stamping, stenciling and spattering to create a background which I then used on a card. I've got a bit left over, so I'll make another card very similar to this, I think. And I will pop one of these in my mop-up journal somewhere as a little reminder. Not sure where, I might put it in the other one, just as a little reminder of my secret sauce recipe. So if you do decide to have a go at this recipe challenge, I'd love it if you let me know in the comments. Let me know what your recipe is. And if you've got photos, then do come along and share them in my Facebook group. I will leave a link to that down below in this video's description. Right, I'll see you back here very soon for another Mojo May video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.